Hi guys, and welcome back to One-on-One with Frank Pinson. We have the musician, the father, and more widely known as the audiologist, Dr. Jack Hitchens. How are you, sir?
Man, we're doing well. Good to see you.
Thank you for coming on the show. So let's jump right into this thing. Can you tell the people what is it that you do, and what is it that you do on a daily basis?
So I'm an audiologist, and a lot of people, that's kind of a strange sounding word. It sounds like maybe I sell car stereos, or maybe I'm really into headphones or something. But what we do is we work with people with hearing loss. That goes from age. I see patients who are, literally 1 week old, all the way up to 100. And basically my job is to figure out if somebody's having trouble hearing, and then what can we do to help them with that. Hearing is obviously really important.
It is,
For adults, it's how we communicate with each other, and for children, it's how they develop speech and language, which is going to impact their reading ability and their ability to do well in school. So
people, we're going to learn a lot today. So I'm glad you were tuning in. So people just don't, or kids don't grow up just to say, I want to get into your field. How is it that you wanted to do that?
That's a really good question. I get asked that a lot by patients, and I don't have just this is the moment I knew I wanted to do it. I think it was a kind of a collection of things. When I was little, back at Westwood Elementary, I actually saw a speech pathologist for some speech issues. And I remember sitting in her office, and she had like an alphabet around the top, and it was sign language. It was A, B, C, D, E, F. And I remember just even as a 6 or 7 year old, just staring at that and thinking, wow, there's people out there who communicate, totally different than you or I do. And I think that's where I kind of started the interest. My mom was a special education teacher at Westwood, and so just being around, being in that environment, I think kind of started. Yeah.
So before we go any further, shout outs to Westwood Wildcats. You guys are sparking careers at that young age. My mom's been there for many years. Your mom's been there for many years.
She just retired.
So that's good things there. So fast forward, so at Dawson High School, we were a part of a special class, correct?
Yeah, we were 03.
Class of 03. Oh man, that's a lot of years ago.
That's a long time ago.
We're getting old, man. We're getting old. So can you talk about some of the things that you did at Dawson High while you were there?
Yeah, so I was pretty involved with music. I think that's another area where there's a lot of crossover with audiology, obviously with sound and with hearing. So I think a lot of the aspects of being a musician crosses over with that. So I was involved in a lot of different musical things. Always been really into sports, but maybe wasn't gifted with the frame of a strong safety or
a cold bed.
Exactly. So I was a little more suited for a snare drum.
Okay, I remember that. So can you talk about the instruments that you play? I know that you play a couple of them. Can you say what it is that you do?
I play a lot of drums, lots of groups around town, the ACT Theater, my church, several other churches. Play a little guitar, a little piano with a group called Tune Gypsy. So lots of different, I wear a lot of hats.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. So after high school, can you tell the people where it is you went to college and what you major in?
I went to Georgia, go Dogs, and I studied speech and hearing basically. And actually while I was there, I took some sign language classes, met some friends who were deaf, which was fascinating because I learned a lot of people who grow up deaf, they don't see that as a problem. They see it as part of who they are, and they see it just like you or I would see eye color or hair color, and so they kind of have their own culture. And it's very fascinating and very, very wonderful people I've met through that as well.
Oh, so that is great stuff. So let me clarify this. So after UGA, I think you furthered your education. Can you tell people?
I went to UNC, Tar Heel. That was next.
So what did you study while there?
So I went on, it's actually 4 years of undergrad, 4 more to get a doctorate in audiology. So I did that at UNC.
Oh man, so can you talk about the difference between the UGAs and the UNCs? Is there a difference that you saw there?
One's a little more football, one's a little more basketball.
Okay, that's right. So is it safe to say football you lean towards South a little bit?
Go Dogs, yeah.
Okay, and then basketball.
I'm going to get in big trouble with all my Carolina friends.
So then basketball you can say.
I do, I'll pull for the Tar Heels.
That's right, that's good things there. So can you tell us a little bit about your family?
Look at this guy.
Yeah, I see. Facebook troll a little bit. Can you tell us who that is that you have?
It's my beautiful wife, Courtney. She teaches at Brookwood Elementary. My son, Jackson.
And Jackson, is he a smart guy?
He's a little too smart sometimes.
He's a little too smart. So Courtney is actually she's a classmate of ours as well.
Yes, she is.
Class of 2000.
And our sons are classmates.
Sons are classmates.
Over at daycare.
Over at daycare. So that is good stuff here. So Jack, I know that you have all of these degrees. I know you're an intelligent guy. You've been through a lot of training, correct?
Yes.
That is safe to say. Okay, so here on 101 with Frank Pinson, I challenged my witty guess here. I think the last one that I tried was Miss Amanda over at the Creative Arts Guild, and she beat me in this challenge. So I want to test your hearing skills right now.
Okay.
So today's game, what we're going to do is I have a song here and I have these cards. I'm going to show the people the cards. I want you to read my lips and tell me what it is that I'm saying.
Okay.
Can you do that?
I can try.
Okay.
You know, the best lip readers in the world only get about 40 to 50%. So that's the best in the world.
Okay, so we'll do it like this. If you get the first one correct, you are certified with the people of 101 Frank Pinson. Okay, here we go.
So I gotta cover this up so I don't,
yes,
don't
sir.
hear anything.
Yes, sir. Okay. So what we'll do first,
Well,
we'll get you started here.
here, I'll just hold them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little Michael. Okay, so the first one we'll do is this. 1-on-1 with Frank Pinson.
It was Frank Pinson. It was 1-on-1 with Frank Pinson.
Yes. Okay, you got it. We won't go any further. There.
Oh, awesome.
Good job. You got that. So he is actually certified, guys. We certified him here. Okay. So any advice to kids who are growing up with speech? Can you have any advice to them? Speech or hearing problems?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I mean, I was one who received services for that growing up. My advice is just don't let anybody tell you can't do something. I have patients who grow up with hearing loss, and they are just wonderful kids in the classroom, outside of the classroom. They go on to do just wonderful things. I mean, there's really nobody that I'd never look at a parent and say, well, because your child has hearing problems, they're not going to be able to do this. It's all about just believing in yourself and working hard.
That's it. You hear that? You hear that, kids? I need Doctor. I need you to check my kids, please. They just do not listen to me. I don't know if it's something going on, but I need you to check them out. So, last words of anything that you can tell the parents who suspect that their kids.
Yeah, that's actually that's a really good question. Mm-hmm. Anytime that you're having any concerns with your child's hearing, it's important to catch it early. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the earlier we know about something, the better the outcomes are long term. And if we can identify kids when they're real young, the prognosis is much better, in the long run. Yeah. So if you have any concerns, you can call us over at the office. We can test, like I said, a baby as young as 1 day old, and to kind of determine what the cause may be, if there is one. Now, hearing and listening are two different things. So sometimes if your 3-year-old isn't listening to you, a big indicator, though, is their speech and language. Mm-hmm. So if you have a child who's maybe not producing speech correctly, isn't saying as many words as you think they should be saying at that time, that can be a big indicator. Yeah. And then for adults, on the flip side, what we look for is some people, my parents, my grandparents, they're starting to withdraw. Maybe they're not as active as they used to be. They're not as involved in the conversation.
Yeah. So how can people contact you to come and get tested, or how can they follow you and your beautiful family on social media?
We're on Facebook, Dalton Ear, Nose, and Throat. Our number is 226-2142 for our main office over there. You can call and ask for Jack. You can, like I said, find me on the Facebook.
Okay, can you give them that number one more time, 706?
It's 226-2142.
2142. So guys, go out, make sure you support this guy. He's doing great things, giving back to our community. He's here for the kids, so go out and support him. I appreciate you coming out.
It's good to see you, always.
Thank you. So guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.